Hello, yellow friends. Good evening and welcome in. Hi, Red. Hi, Nala. Hope your night's going well. I'm gonna apologize up front. I've been having some technical power issues as of late, so if stream for whatever just ends abruptly or flickers or something, that's unfortunately it's out of my hands, but still gonna try to make the most of it, see what I can do, have a little fun, hang out with y'all, and just enjoy things as we normally do on these streams. Hope everyone's had a good day so far. I myself have been pretty busy keeping myself occupied doing some chores here and there and helping out my folks and taking care of the dogs. But all has been good. All has been very nice and chill. Excited to get back into some Dark Deity. Speaking of which, let's bring that up, shall we? Like we never left. Okay. We actually have a lot of upgrades now that I look at it. Maybe someone could benefit from these. Not Benji. Benji is as strong as we can make him right now. Give a couple to Irving. Maybe even a few to Maev. Maev's doing really well for herself. Have I upgraded Bianca at all? I upgraded just her one. Yeah, let's treat Bianca right. She's been doing really well for us. I'm gonna like Monroe. Elias is doing good. Sloane's been actually really popping off as well. Yeah, we'll give Sloane a little upgrade too. Couldn't hurt. That'll be all for now. I might honestly, how much? At some point, I'm probably going to be investing heavily in Tier 1 and Tier 2 tokens just to have an ample supply. But right now, I think we're doing pretty good for ourselves. Let us dive in. If I remember correctly, I think I know what to expect with this chapter. No, this is not the chapter I was thinking it was. Okay. A little bit different. But I do recall how this one works. Alright. Let's figure out who we're bringing. I might want to bring a couple underdogs just to get them trained up. We have a lot of armored units. Armored and plenty of magic, so that'll call for Sloane. Probably bring Caius back out here. I'd like to use Monroe a bit more. He's been doing pretty well. Bring Irving. These guys are all pretty strong. What's the... like level 24. Oh! There's a named character, too. Why do I not remember you? You don't even look like you belong in this game. Oh wait, that reminds me, I have to check something. Irving, are you still... Yep, Irving, you still have pure red hair. Oh well. Who's Who's lagging behind? Marin. We'll do Marin and Helena. Brooke, you're really far behind, but I'm probably not using you, Brooke. I'm gonna be honest. Probably not using you unless something miraculously happens. We already have 2 mages. I'm probably not bringing the top row. I'll think about Benji. Actually, who am I kidding? I'm bringing Benji. Like, these guys have been doing pretty well for themselves. I think because I'm not bringing Ren, I'll bring Corvan. Sarah and Samara, you guys can get in here. Oh, Kitsu! A gift sub for Red Fan. Thanks, buddy. Oh, sweetie, appreciate that, man. I'm sure Red appreciates it too. Good to see you, Kitsu. Hope your night's going well. Who else to bring? I got 4 more slots. Sia's been doing pretty well for herself. I could, in place of Sia, bring Ford. Yeah, we could do that. Going to Eep soon. Yeah, I imagine it's pretty late in your neck of the woods. Elf Boy is doing well. Appreciate you stopping in on your way to Slumberland. Rest easy and hope you take care, buddy. Who else to bring? I have Arima and Iris. I don't want to go too heavy on the magic, but there's just so many armored units that magic might be in our best interest. I might actually, I think I'm gonna veto bringing Sarah and Samara just to free up more space. I'm gonna bring my healers, potentially use this map for, like, healing experience grinding. And... do I bring... Elias? Because Bianca's doing good for herself. Bianca's fine. Elias has been doing pretty well for himself, too. I'm between... Garrick's pretty reliable. And how many physical? You have like 1, 2, 3, 4... yeah, I'll bring Garrick. I think I will bring Garrick. Alright, this should do me well, I think. Got 3 mounted units, that's good. Okay, so this chapter leads into the chapter I was thinking that we were going to be doing today, but it is all good. Let's figure out how we want to set ourselves up here. Probably put you 2 here. We'll throw Monroe over here alongside Sloane. Fortitude. Yeah, Helena, your stat build is crazy. Ford, you have high defense, but not very high fortitude. So you're not going to do well with magic users. Yeah, let's run with this, see where this gets us. Steal the relic from the cultist so it can guide you to the trial of the soul. Fia, they're here for the Ancient One. We cannot allow them to ruin my father's research. It mustn't be for naught. Not for nothing now. Think about the extra time we've gotten with you. He'll find a way to keep the magic going with or without the anchor. Gods, we need to get out of here now. If this body is destroyed, he can bring me back. We can't say the same for you. I don't want to leave you just yet. Not again.
It's an order.
I'm ordering you to. We can't risk letting what we've learned here go to waste. You may be the only chance to bring me back again. You're right, but that doesn't make this any easier. I will see you soon now.
Be safe.
I hope so. Be safe, friend. I will protect the anchor with my life.
Father.
I'm sorry for what I've put you through. I'm also sorry, I don't remember who you are. I genuinely do not remember this character at all. So unless it's potentially it's not important, or it just falls off on being relevant enough to stay in my memory banks. Okay, let's see here. How are we gonna do this?
I'll take point. I will not yield!
So just genuine curiosity, what sort of games have you all been playing recently? I recently have... Oh, wait, hold on, why is your... Oh, wow, oh, okay, you're really beefy. Wow. Can I hurt you? Oh, okay, thank God Monroe has his mastery thing, otherwise I would have not been able to touch him.
You crossed the wrong Valburin.
Binding of Isaac, very nice. Truth be told, I have not touched Binding of Isaac, I think in maybe a decade, maybe longer, because
I better get paid.
there's a different version of Binding of Isaac, right? There's a is it Rebirth? Like Rebirth is like the remaster of it, if I'm not mistaken. I only have like vanilla Binding of Isaac, like when you first bought it off of Steam. I've not invested, nor did I ever get the sequel to it. Even though I've heard like pretty good things surrounding it, I just never got the itch
You've had your chance.
to play Isaac again after I just played the original. I didn't think it was a worthy investment at the time. But there is the original, then there's Rebirth. Rebirth is way more than just remaster. Oh, you don't say. I know I've seen gameplay of Rebirth, but like I never really thought anything else of it besides like, oh, this is just more Binding of Isaac content. But if it's just more than that, then I might be interested to look a bit further into it then. How are we doing? I don't know how I feel. I don't know how I feel about splitting the party. Crab roguelike? That sounds promising. 10 or 20 fold, you say? Okay. Alright, twist my arm. I'll think about getting back into Binding of Isaac in the year of our Lord 2026. You've convinced me. I've mostly just been playing my typical multiplayer games like Marvel Rivals. My friends have been big on the new Star Wars event that came to Fortnite. I never thought I would pick up Fortnite again, but
this is justice.
It's basically just like what they did with Among Us in Fortnite, where it's a one-to-one. Why did that deal reduced damage? My math wasn't off, right? I think that dealt reduced damage. Anyway, lost train of thought.
Effort.
Yeah, so I never thought I would play Fortnite again, but I did wind up playing the new event, which is essentially Star Wars Battlefront, but in Fortnite. And that's literally what it is. It just feels like a fan's love letter to Star Wars Battlefront, just recreated in the Fortnite engine. And for someone who played Battlefront 2 quite a bit with my buddies, it's actually a very faithful, like, full marks to them for recreating the entire game in the Fortnite engine. And other than that, I've been playing a crap ton of Neverness to Everness. I've been grinding that. That's the new, like, everyone's calling it the new, like, anime, what's that? Grand Theft Auto. And I don't really know how far I would go with that comparison, honestly. I never played Grand Theft Auto growing up. Never really had a remote interest in it,
Together.
to say the least, but I think it's, for what it is, I think it's pretty fun, it's pretty good. I'd argue it's pretty welcoming for new players, because they just grant you so much to succeed.
My hard work is paying off.
Funny that you raised that, Nala, because I literally thought it was a great game, and then I got to like one mode, and I was looking at it with my artist's eyes, and I was like, I think this thing is AI rendered, and I like stared at it for a long time, and I'm like, did they use AI rendering for this cutscene? So yeah, that always kind of puts a sting on it, because I like AI. I shouldn't say I like AI. I prefer AI if it's used as a tool for pushing you in the right direction. I don't like it being relied on as if it is a crutch, like you're making a game specifically through the usage of AI. That, in my opinion, shouldn't be how a game is made. It should be used as a creative tool, but not the groundwork for your creation. Because hell, sometimes it's difficult to come up with ideas and create a world for yourself or get the ball rolling on something. So you might use AI as like a creative tool just to be like, oh hey, can you help me with this? And then it's like, yeah, try this. But yeah, no, that is a crying shame, to say the least.
Take care your blood doesn't stain my robes.
Rather unchill indeed, verily so.
Impressive, is it not?
Yeah, Monroe, that's all you needed. You just need magic and mastery. Like, that's all you need to succeed, Monroe, I swear. Let's see. I will say though, like, the parts of NTE that I am enjoying, it kind of reminds me, in story, it reminds me a bit of, 'cause I just finished playing through Control, and there's a lot of, like, parts of it that feel very Control to me, where it's like you're trying to contain and subdue these, like, anomalies that have sprung up. So it kind of feels like you're part of the FBC trying to detain them, but it's in a more silly anime setting than it is a silly sci-fi setting. Oh, we're so close, Benji. We're so close. You're at 99% crit rate.
Benji brings the heat.
But speaking of Control, though, that gets me pumped for Control 2 coming out eventually.
Out of Benji's way.
Because for those of y'all who weren't aware, I love Alan Wake, and Alan Wake and Control are set in the same universe, and when I learned of that one day, like, my entire, like, view of the company as a whole, I was just like, this is awesome. Like, you've made a cinematic universe, but it's a video game series cinematic universe.
Even now, the arena is with me.
And it's not really, like, grounded in so much thought to where, like, rules can be twisted and altered in a sense to where the game narrative is... The narrative still holds, but they can do some silly things that other companies might be like, well, that just seems like lazy writing. But in the grand scheme of things and the rules set in the game world, it's like, no, this is perfectly reasonable. This could definitely happen. Smash! Like, yeah, that's what I've been playing. Are there any games coming out or on the horizon that you guys are particularly excited for? Like I said, besides me with Control 2, I don't really think much has my interest peaked, or nothing like that is currently on my radar. But that can all change in an instant, I'd say. Wait, I lied. There's also a new Fire Emblem game coming out eventually. That I'm also excited for that. Although I am hesitant because it's set in the same world as Fire Emblem Three Houses, and while I loved Three Houses, I felt like it was kind of like a slow burn, where it's like you could play the game and it has like 4 separate storylines, and then the DLC gives you a 5th or like a 4.5 storyline. So there's so much content to consume, and I kind of like burnt myself out because I was like, I want to consume like all of it at once. So as soon as I finished like my first run with the Golden Deer House, I immediately went into Blue Lions, and then after Blue Lions I went into Black Eagles, and by that point I was just like, oh, I'm so full, so much is happening, it's just getting repetitive, I'm playing the same paralogue over and over again, and like nothing really changed much dramatically. And this is coming from like a diehard Fire Emblem fan. Like I've been in love with the series since I first got my 3DS, and I played Sacred Stones way back in my maybe sophomore, freshman year of high school. So I'm hopeful, but I'm also hesitant to see what is on the horizon with the new Fire Emblem game. I pray I will not be disappointed.
I won't let you fall.
The new Divinity title coming out sometime.
By your grace.
Ooh, Divinity.
Fate.
Okay. I have not played Divinity. I'm gonna be 100%. I've not played it.
Oh, all right.
Don't really know much about it, but wait, is Divinity like was that the game that's similar to Baldur's Gate, or is that something else entirely? Also, hello Moon, welcome in. We're just babbling about games, whether it's games we're playing current or games we're excited for that are coming out in due time. Okay, I am thinking of the same game then. Okay. Made by the same people who made Baldur's Gate. Okay. Oh wait, hold on. I just had like a big epiphany. Is the new Divinity game, that's the one that was shown at the Game Awards, where it was like the people like on high strings like being flown up into the air, and the cinematic was like some dude getting like burned, and then it was kind of like the end of the world, and it had like that creepy like mural. Yeah. That was awesome. For not knowing anything about the game and just watching that presentation at the Game Awards, I was like, that was amazing. That was haunting, but it was also super dope how they did that. Like, it was very cool.
This should be fun.
And considering, like, I love Baldur's Gate. I'll be completely transparent. I never got out of Act 1 in any of my 3 playthroughs of Baldur's, because when you give me a sandbox-like game where I can go anywhere, do anything I want, and I'm also a completionist at heart, I tend to get really overwhelmed to the point where I want to learn and see and discover everything, but that becomes too daunting of a task that I get overwhelmed very quickly, and I'm like, I can't sink more than like a couple hours into this, and I'll probably like not play it for X amount of time and then come back to it and be like, what the heck was I doing? And then start a whole new file. Yeah, I mean, I would like to get past Act 1, but like I feel that I have so much to do throughout my daily life that if I get sucked into a video game that much, I feel like... Nice crit, buddy. I feel like I would get sucked into the video game too much to the point where like I'm gonna neglect like necessities that I need to do in my everyday life. But I don't know, maybe one day maybe one day I'll actually get out of Act 1. I think what I'm missing is, it's similar to when I would play, when I played, what was it? Borderlands? When I would play Borderlands 2 with my buddy, like, the world was open, but I wasn't as, like, intimidated by it, because my one friend had played it forward and backward, so he was something of a guide for me while I was playing the game, and he was able to, like, share information with me and help me become more grounded in it. So I felt like if I had someone as a sort of guide through playing Baldur's to be like, oh hey, we could do this, or like if we don't do that, then we can do this. It'll keep me informed enough to where I can be like, oh, so if we did some actions at this point, then it would affect actions at a later point. And that would be enough to fulfill me to be like, okay, I would prefer to go down this path to satisfy this storyline.
Benji brings the heat!
Smash!
Out of Benji's way!
Stabba stabba. Good, no damage, Ford. Wait, what is Shamak's pad again? That's like an increased dodge rate, I think. Surgical baby! Hey Quinn, welcome in, buddy. Hope you're doing well. We were just talking about video games that we've been playing recently, and games that we are interested in for the future. Mostly we were discussing, for me personally, I'm excited for Control 2, and a couple of folks here are excited about the new Divinity coming out. I'm just lurking a game with George. George, love the guy. Hope you guys are both doing well. How do I kill this guy? He's very formidable. And Ford, you can deal no damage to him, so that's unfortunate. I'm starting to wonder why I brought Ford here in place of Sia. Let's just get Garrick healed up. Let's see what he can do. If Garrick could crit, that would be amazing, but...
Would hate to be you right now.
What with his build does that do? 8. So he's doing 16 instead of 12. That's still something, I guess. We're just gonna have to take our time softening these guys up.
I'll take point.
Luckily, my power hasn't decided to flicker. We literally got a call from our building maintenance crew being like, hey, there's a potential that your building may lose power. And like the second we received that email, our power flickered and turned off.
Yeah, not too shabby.
That isn't too bad, Ford. If you had a little more speed, it'd be pretty promising, but you're not. That's not a bad build. Yeah, quite literally, it's like reading the email, lights went out, and we're like, ah, well. But luckily, our new apartment complex, we have gas stoves instead of electric stoves, so it didn't...
That's promising.
Very nice, Iris. It didn't,
Honored.
luckily, put a damper on our food preparations.
All yours.
Alright. Monroe, why do you hit like a truck, Monroe? You can double for 50? This is why I love Monroe. His damage numbers are ridiculous. If we can get in here.
Out of Benji's way!
Benji never lets me down. Never ever. Sorry about that. I just had to make sure that the dogs were taken care of and accounted for. Been having a lot of weird folks running around recently.
Let's get going.
Some strange goings-ons. How much? 43. I'll take the chance of getting doubled. Good stuff though, Caius. We can probably... No, your hit rate is atrocious. How's Lincoln's? Also atrocious. Why do supports have, like, such bad hit rates? I don't understand. Oh, I didn't... Oh, thank God. I did not see how much damage he was dealing. That could have been catastrophic.
All right.
Good work, Sloan.
Maybe with some style next time.
Do not let her hear you say that, Monroe. Alrighty. I remember how this goes now. I think each of these are... What are you talking about, baby? What did you send me? You look fabulous, darling. Bye, love you too. Gummy's getting her hair treated, and she just sent me a silly Snapchat of her under like the old hair. I don't know what to call it, but it's like what most women sit under at the hair salon, where it's like actively heating or drying their hair or whatever.
Got any coin on you?
Good crit, Ford. I like to think Ford's just too drunk that he thinks he's dealing damage, but in actuality he's just like stabbing at the air and missing. He's like, oh, we got some rough waters going around here. Stab, stab, stab. In essence, he's just the demo man from TF2. Alright, we need to start actually killing folks over here. I'm glad I brought...
Not one step closer.
Yeah, no, I'm glad I brought Marin. I'm very glad I brought Marin, thank you. Good work, Marin. Never doubted you for a second. How's your stabbing on this guy? Not good, and he's very fast. God, why is he so fast? Anyone? Oh my goodness. What is your speed stat, sir? Speed of 25. Alright, so what I'm hearing is nobody's doubling him. Yeah, excellent. Well, we have to get rid of him somehow. This is a coin toss of a crit, and if he does crit, then we're in the clear. But if not, we're kind of in a world of hurt. I believe in you, Garrick. Oh, remember the belief I had in you? It is all but vanished. Oh, never mind. Good dodge. You do it again? Nope. Okay, well that's fine. How about a little bit of this? We're just dodging each other.
Yeah, I better get paid.
You can't deal damage, but you can sure disarm him.
You won't be needing that.
And we're just gonna slowly whittle this one guy down, I suppose.
I am here.
Look, you can't even deal damage. Oh my goodness, this is awful! Maybe I'll send... How do we got here? 3, 6... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6... I'm gonna send Arima down with them, and I'll send Iris over here, so we have a even split of 7-7. Alrighty. How are we gonna deal with these guys? The easy answer is send in Monroe. Yeah, that's what we like to say.
Right away.
How we doing here? Not a lot of damage. I might just have Lincoln. Yeah, Lincoln will give him a little thwack. Am I like misreading something? Because I swear he's... No, I swear Lincoln was projecting dealing more damage that turn, but he dealt
Do
less.
not lose hope.
I could be crazy. But then again, I don't know. This game has proven time and time again that it's not the most well-polished game.
I like you better over there.
Which is okay. Sometimes games don't have a lot going for them on the surface, but they wind up being pretty good in their own right.
Impressive, is it not?
Yeah, we like a little defense here, and some speed too. Yeah, we will definitely take that. Oh, I think I mentioned this last stream that I was going to look into it, and then I forgot. And then I forgot again, but now I've remembered. I looked into the bonds aspect of the game, like the support. Wait, no, I'm not blind. It says he's dealing 10 damage, he dealt 3. What is going on? Okay, before that distracts me again, I looked into the bonds aspect of the game, and long story short, the bonds provide nothing in this game. In Dark Deity 2, they provide some incentive for you to garner support with other characters, but in this game, it is literally just for the sake of world building and to give quirky characters moments to shine with their interactions. Not that there's anything wrong with that. Apparently, too, the lead developer, when making this game,
Not one step
they
closer.
really wanted to focus heavily on the support aspect in terms of building their world, which I would argue is pretty ambitious.
My hard work
Because
is
some people
paying
would
off.
just, like, coax right over that and be like, oh, I'm not really
I am here.
interested in the lore of your game. I just want to play and see big number go up. So, I mean, all the more power to him that he pursued, like, such a tremendous undertaking.
That settles that.
Because there's no way to get every single bond in your first playthrough.
It's good to be me.
You have to play the game at least a few times, because there's 450 plus bond experiences for every individual character, like overall, which I think is insane to say the least. Am I really? Do I bank on that hitting? No, I do not.
Very well.
Well, this deals very little damage, but what about... You have no chance of hitting him.
Yeah, I better get paid.
What does disarm do
I
again?
better get paid.
Disarm... Disarm the target for 1 turn, removing weapon bonuses. Thank you once again for not explaining it in a way that is straightforward. Let's just pray that this hits. Thank you. No need to worry about big numbers when the big numbers are dead and buried.
I am here.
Alright, and we'll keep moving forward. We'll send Arima down. Have Iris group up.
Oh, all right.
Sloane, you can put a little damage on this ruffian. Thank you.
Die!
Oh, Sorcerer's Sting plus crit equals death.
It's all falling into place.
Sloane, I am so sorry I didn't use you on my first couple of playthroughs. I now realize that you are captivating and broken.
With every shot, progress.
Good work, Caius. Get in here, Benji boy. 101, 101% crit. We've crossed the margin. So funny thing about that, if with how the game is coded internally, if Benji's crit is over 100, the game would potentially re-roll it. So there's a very real chance that Benji could miss on like an 101. He would have a 1% chance just to attack normally, which I find very hilarious.
My shield is yours. Effort duly rewarded.
Good defense,
Awaiting
Vesta.
orders. I won't let you fall.
I imagine like Benji having like a 101 crit rate.
By your grace, Fane.
Dang, Lincoln, you are... Lincoln, your stats are silly. Why do I have healing doubles? Power increases by enemies' magic. Magic increased by 20% of strength. Oh, I think the magic stat's only high because of his strength value. When I make you a tier 3, I'm probably going to have to put you down like a magic pathing, because this is kind of crazy how you're
If I must.
built currently.
Get a move on.
Alright, funny joke. I just imagine Benji having like a 101% chance to crit, and then he just doesn't crit, and he just goes, "Oh, am I broken or something?" Just like a spray of red mist as someone like explodes behind him, and he's like, I thought he was stronger! That will coax them. Why is your danger area not lit up? Very strange. Well, first and foremost, let's get everyone up here, and
How can I help?
let's get them healed back
Stay
up.
with me.
I only brought 3 healers. I just had to be sure. Let's see what happens. I'm gonna put you in his danger range, but not in his danger range, and see what the game thinks. And I will put Caius in range there. Can also bring Monroe and Sloan over. You're not gonna... Yeah, you won't hit there. I
Benji's
won't.
always ready.
I'm not going to push Benji forward until we deal with the magic user. Then we will send him down. Okay, I wasn't in range of him attacking me, but still he just decided to walk in and attack me.
Diligence is its own reward.
Makes perfect sense. Okie dokie.
Let's get going.
Nope, we're not casting haste. We're trying to kill this guy. There we are.
No hard feelings.
Caius is another one that I didn't wind up using much in my first playthrough till the tail end. Alright, get in, Benji.
Benji brings the heat.
A non-crit on a Benji turn. I'd argue that's rarer than... Ooh, you're far too brittle, Sloan. Let us,
How can I assist?
Yeah, I would argue Benji not critting on his turn is as rare as, like, a shiny Pokemon.
Awaiting orders.
I'd say. Give him a little bomb, Lincoln. And we'll just have Sloan keep piling on the damage.
I've been saving this just for you.
Red, thank you for the hydrate, appreciate it.
Die.
I'm nursing some ice cold water as well as a Dr. Pepper.
Get a move on.
Good to have some variety in your drinking. Oh, you have high res. But your defense is poor. That's good to know. Sora!
Together.
Yeah, your defense is pretty lackluster. Oh, he bonked me with his butter hammer. I gotta get out of here.
Lead the way.
Actually, yeah, Ford, what can you do? You're probably not... Yeah, you're not able to double him.
This should be fun.
Garrick, can you crit him? No? Okay. Alright, fine. Ow. His butter hammer shall
How can I
continue to
help?
lay waste to us.
Stay with me.
Yeah, I better get paid.
Now, I don't play much Minecraft to begin with, but I remember when I would play it with my one buddy back in the day on his Xbox, we got in the habit of, if ever we made like gold armor,
Benji brings the heat.
especially like gold like leggings, we would call them like butter pants. I don't know if that was just like a us thing or if he coined that from just like hearing some
Benji
personality
brings the heat.
on like the internet or something, but we just found it funny.
Oh, my hero.
And I remember one time, like,
Please clap.
all right, Benji, pretty good. I remember one time when we were playing, we lost. We had been smelting armor in like a mine, and we lost sight of it, and we
Lead
just
the way.
completely forgot where it was, so we never could go back to it. So we kept like grieving the loss of our butter pants, and that was like a on-running joke for us. Sky does Minecraft. Oh, so it so it was from some source. Okay. You have no defense. Let us put Helena. Because I'll have Garrick go for the chest, and I will put Helena and Irving in place of it. I never actually watched Sky Does Minecraft. I don't remember watching many Minecraft personalities. Maybe the occasional Yogg's cast. I remember In the Littlewood as well, but like I never consumed much, unless we count Nanners. Do we count Nanners? He did Minecraft for a bit before he popped off with like all of his like random like popular voices doing like YouTube shenanigans.
I won't hold back. I won't hold back.
Ooh, okay. Iris proving her worth. Love to see it.
Right away.
We'll probably take this turn
Looking
to
good.
heal. Sloan, how do you do here? Not well. That man's gonna hit you very hard in the face, and we can't risk messing up your beautiful face.
You crossed the wrong Valburin.
So Monroe will nuke them instead.
That was close.
Okay. Well, the left side has done a fabulous job of working all the way up to the top, whereas the right side is still trying to weed out the opposition. It'll be fine. We just gotta get to the middle there and take the relic. And I'm almost certain that these 3 switches will open up these 3 slots. So once we take care of these enemies, we can just grab it and then straight shot back to the entrance. That's the hope at the very least. Let's see about kiting these guys down, and I will get Caius and everyone
My shield is yours.
in position to receive.
Draw near to the light.
I mean, all things considered, I'd say we're doing pretty good so far. Ooh, that was a really good dodge.
Strike true.
Excellent work, Helena. Oh. Ooh, I realized if she took both of those head on, she wouldn't die. She would be in very dire straits.
The silent guide leads true.
A literal walking tank. She is really good. Okay, Arima, can you do... Nope, because they are high res. Unfortunate. High res, high fortitude. I'm just gonna keep mixing up my lingo with Fire Emblem, but like I know what I'm saying, and I hope y'all know what I'm saying.
I am here.
Strike true.
You seem to have things under control.
Apologies for that. one of my dogs made a weird noise and... Oh, Flame Wolf, hi! Welcome in, Raiders. I apologize, I stepped away. One of my dogs made a weird noise. I wanted to make sure that he was okay. I think he just heard like a scuffle in the hallway. And hello to you too, John. Welcome in. Thanks for promoting, buddy.
Thought you'd never ask.
I really need to pin that or remember to. Well, how's your evening going, John? How'd the event go? Yeah, I hope you guys had a good time. Let's put anyone... That will put... Ford cannot take that. Irving can also not take that. Played some Super Battle Golf. Always fun. Always a delight with Super Battle Golf, I say. He should be fine. I mean, she should be fine. So I'm not gonna move anyone. Because if I move anyone to oppose that, they're just gonna get nuked by light magic. So we will not be doing that. Here. What's better to get rid of? Oh, there's so many acolytes up there. Is it better to get rid of... Oh, well... Caius, you can shred this one guy.
Such an easy target.
Oh my god! That was beautiful, Caius. We love to see it. Executed with impunity.
With every shot, progress.
Very nice, very nice. He's also pretty well spec'd in terms of defense and fortitude. We love to see that. Alrighty, let's see what we can do. Oh, no thanks. What is your fortitude? 8? Oh no! Oh, you're like... Ooh, okay. You're very glass cannon. Oh dear. Oh my god, you're so squishy. What's wrong with you?
Oh, all right.
Oh, Iris. That was actually kind of saddening to see. I didn't know, like... I didn't know it was that bad.
Out of Benji's way!
Oh, and Kasaro's plays triggered.
Nice move.
That's amazing. So much damage. So much damage. I guess...
If I must.
Monroe, what can you do here? You take a lot. How much does... 14.
Die!
We can have Monroe or one of our supports clean them up. Ooh. It's okay. That's why we have healers.
If I must.
Please hit. Thank you. What a relief.
Impressive, is it not?
Damn, Monroe's about to have 100 HP. He's almost caught up to Irving in terms of HP value. That's
My shield
crazy.
is yours.
Alright, let's get you healed up. Yep, we're just gonna end turn. We're already on turn 10. Dang, this is like... bit of a slow-moving tactical chapter, I'd say. Good stuff, Monroe. Owie. Alright, hold out Helena. I think by not moving, you should be
It
good.
sustains
Let the pain speak to me.
Whatever you need.
No, he is high.
On the move.
He is high in resistance, and wow, high in all categories. So I doubt Lincoln will. Lincoln can deal a little bit, but not enough. Probably have to give it to
all
Sloan.
right.
Oh, Sloan can only deal 4 damage. Monroe. Leave it to Monroe. Hearthstone quotes go Bert. Listen, there are so many Hearthstone quotes just locked in my brain. I'm surprised they all just don't spill out at a moment's notice. I've been meaning to get back into Hearthstone. I think it would be fun. I just am trying to remember like what sorry state I've left my my decks in.
How can I assist?
I don't know if it's promising. Could stream some. Yeah, I
On the
could.
move.
I'll put it on the back burner. Also, I just realized I'm gonna send Monroe down here next turn. I need to hit those switches. Yeah, I would like to stream Hearthstone. But I don't know. I've been away for so long. I don't know anything about like meta or current builds. I was never a fan of building my own decks. I more so just like.
Yeah, not too shabby.
Yeah, it was okay, I guess. I more so would just. I crafted a golden Whizbang the Wonderful when he came out because I'm like, oh, this will be fun, and then
It will be done.
they nerfed him into the ground, and then they gave us like I think a new variation of Whizbang. So I honestly don't know what to expect. Wait, are you in Ford? Did I mistakenly put you in range of? That square's not lit up. All right, Ford might actually be dead.
Thought you'd never ask.
Unless I want to. Well, you're fast enough. I could put. I'm gonna body block with Corvan potentially. I can't push anyone. But yeah, Whizbang. I would get frustrated just that I couldn't win many matches of Hearthstone because I just relied on Whizbang. But at the same time, I'm kind of just signing up for either you win the match or you lose the match because Whizbang gives you like the best counter deck possible, or it gives you the worst possible deck and you have no hope of winning. But if you somehow manage to come out on top and actually win, then you're just like, oh my god, the gods smile upon me this day.
Honored.
Get him, Arima. I think I would have to see about changing my BattleNet name though, because my current BattleNet has my old username, and I would prefer to keep with like my current persona, if you will.
Together.
Some might call it weird. I'm just all about keeping up my personal appearance.
My sword grows lighter with every swing.
Doing pretty good for yourself, Irving. You're already up level 25, and he's 27.
Very well.
Let's see. Some good damage, but
Interesting.
what do you do here? Oh, that's some very good damage, actually. Yeah, excellent. You know one aspect I miss about Hearthstone that I wish would come back? I feel like they're shying away from that now because people complain about it, but like I miss the solo adventures.
My hard work is paying off.
I fell in love with the solo adventures, like doing when I first got it, like challenging Noxramas and Blackrock Mountain, One Night in Karazhan. made an entire thing for solo stuff. Oh, is that is that mercenaries or something? Is that what the mode is called? Because I kind of remember something like that. They aren't as robust as before, but it's defo there. Mercenaries is one of them. Okay. Again, it's been a minute, so I wasn't sure like what had happened, what had changed. I definitely just might have to go back one day and yeah, Iris, you are not fighting those guys. That's insane. God, they're fast.
Let's get going.
Yeah, I just might have to take some time and go on a journey of rediscovery. Dungeon delves. Oh, I might have been there for dungeon delves. Was that like kobolds and catacombs, or is there something completely separate to that? Because I remember like kobolds and catacombs and Saviors of Uldoon, like those had like a roguelite dungeon crawler aspect to them. One thing... That's not... What? Hold on.
How can I assist?
Heal. Why is the attack flow coming up when I want to heal him? That's strange. That's... Huh. They add more to it. Alright, fine. Twist my arm. I will get back into looking into Hearthstone content to see what I've missed. I'll be honest, the first time that I played Kobolds and Catacombs, I actually... Oh, well, that's going to kill her. How does Lincoln hold up? Not as bad. I might be losing one of my healers. Unless I just
My
back
shield
them
is
up.
yours.
Awaiting orders.
Okay, that's gonna get a little dicey. What was I saying? Yes. So with Kobolds and Catacombs, when that first came out, it kind of inspired me to do like something
You aren't worth the ink.
in the realm of D&D, where I do something called like a dungeon run, where it's a one-off session, but you can rerun it as many times as you want, and there's at least like 50 different room encounters. But to keep things interesting, oh wow, I'm surprised they both went for Benji. To keep things interesting, if in a separate run you would visit a room that you had already been to in a previous run, it would retain the structure of the room when you encountered it last time. So let's say like if you fought a like a living armor in the room during one one encounter, if you were to return to it in a later encounter, the room would be strewn about with
Even
like
now,
marks of
the
battle,
arena is with me.
and the enchanted armor would lie lifeless as if it had already occurred. It was very experimental, and I was also trying to figure out if maybe there's some sort of like time anomaly where like the player characters retain the information of their encounters, but all of the NPCs and the dungeon itself kind of resets in a way where like no one inside the dungeon remembers the player characters, but all the characters are like, well, no, we've done this before. I know your name, I know you have a wife and family, and it's like, how could you possibly know that? We're complete strangers. Just to kind of keep like a mysterious aspect to it. But yeah, if I ever get back into my D&D mentality, I would very much like to fine-tune that and actually like run games with that idea. Because once I get into my D&D mindset of like creating like a game and a story, I cannot be stopped. But as soon as I'm taking out of it, like if I'm distracted by something else in my life, I'm just like, oh, it's so hard to get back into that thought process and just
I've been saving this just for you.
scratch the creative itch, as it were. Bam! He has ceased to exist!
It's all falling into place.
It's so fun. this is gonna be a stretch. Does anyone watch or know about the show Top Gear? I have a guilty pleasure of watching like Top Gear compilations, even though I've like never watched the show itself. I just think that the group on there, hilarious. It's just three British dudes that are obsessed with cars, but they're doing like these crazy like stunts and just trying out these ridiculous scenarios. Like there's a clip out there of them discussing gardening. And it's like, the one's like, I am not doing any hoeing, but I will use this. And he walks off screen, and then the one guy goes, he's getting a hammer. It's got to be a hammer. And he turns back and goes, that's not a hammer. And the guy walks out with like a shotgun. He's like, this is the only tool you need for gardening. And then they go into like a in-depth like discussion about, it's like, well, how would you treat like a common weed? It's like, oh, well, you know, you'd like get down in the dirt, you'd lift it up, and then you're done with it. It's simple as that. And he's just like, well, see, you've got dirty fingernails, a cricked back, and now let me show you how I would do it. And he just points this shotgun at like a weed and fires, and there's just like shrapnel all over the ground, and his friends are off to the side like, well, now you can't go and do that, and he just goes, they have ceased to exist. And just the dictation and how he solves like such a simplistic problem with like this huge unnecessary use of force just tickles me pink. Like I find myself watching it. If I haven't seen it in a while, I'll just pull it back up and I'll just laugh at it because I think it's the funniest thing on earth. Another thing was because they're car guys, they did like this competitive race where there was like a bunch of like crash test dummies that were littering. They were essentially mimicking like a huge pile-up crash, and there was a bunch of crash test dummies with like force or like I forget the correct term, but like PSI readers or something, like pressure or impact readers on the crash test dummies. So if they were like shaken or jostled, let's just call it, in technical terms, let's call it like the dummy's health bar. So if the dummy was like handled poorly, the health bar on it would go down. So they had a controlled situation where there was a bunch of crash test dummies, and they were trying to loot through them to find one that had like a chance of surviving, and then they would put that dummy into one of their three... Oh my god, I thought I killed Monroe for a sec. Oh my god. They would load one of the three crash test dummies into their ambulances that they had souped up and made to certain specifications.
Impressive, is it not?
And the one that made me laugh the most, besides the one guy like being like, don't worry sir, we're gonna get you to the hospital and treat those wounds. For now, listen to the dulcet tones of the radio. And he turns on the radio and it's just playing Don't Fear the Reaper the whole time he's like swerving and shifting between like tight like city streets. And at one point, he doesn't realize it, but the back of his truck like gives out and opens, and the crash test dummy slides off its gurney out the back of the truck, and he doesn't even realize it. He doesn't look back until he arrives at like the fake hospital checkpoint. And he gets there, he walks over like with just this stupid like little look on his face, and he like turns around, looks at the open door, and is just like, well, how did that happen? And then one of the other guys comes in, and he's just like, what's happened to your patient? He's like, he got better. He got up and he left. He got better? Where is he? Just having like a little bit. But what makes it, what absolutely the cherry on top is when the last guy arrives, the modification he made to his
right away
ambulance was it has a cannon. It has a cannon that opens up.
I cannot fail my oath.
Ooh, Lincoln, that was not good. Anyway, he has a cannon that he souped up to the side window. So when he gets to the hospital, the window like falls down like it's like a cannon, and he presses a button and it just shoots the gurney with the crash test dummy on it through the window of the ambulance, and it like arcs through the air and slams into the window of like the mock hospital, and it's so funny. I don't know how I got to talking about Top Gear for like 15 minutes, but I'm so glad that you're all here with me to listen in on my ramblings. If you ever find the time, just watch like Top Gear best moments and get a laugh out of it somehow. Tell them in the comments that the crazy elf sent you. It's like, we want to see the funny man crash cars and make witty dialogue and be British. It doesn't help that like in my head my character is British. Like I want so desperately to one day do a stream where like I can do like maybe my canon voice for my OC, but at the same time I feel like that would be like a little bit weird and out of character for me personally. Plus I don't want to come off as being like insensitive, because I myself am not British and I'm not trying to do it as like a parody. I'm trying to do it to just like be very in character, like you would see like actors at the Ren Fair. That's all I'm really trying to get across, but I don't want it to be seen as like insensitive or in poor taste for like someone just coming in and absorbing my content for the first time, you know? Oh, they are moving! Why are they moving? I thought they wouldn't move! Alright, well the only thing to do when when you have stuff rushing down your drain is you have to block it. So, Sloan, you might be, actually, you know what, Sloan, you're going to... I'm gonna have you... You're gonna pick off the back guys, and I'm gonna put Caius behind you to pick off the guys in front of you. I think that'll do nicely. Oh, also, they can't do anything to him. This is the perfect scenario. Hopefully Nao doesn't move. I would sincerely hope that she doesn't move. Okay. What's to be done here? What's to be done about you? A few quick jabs to the jugular.
Lead the way.
No. No, you do nothing. Let's just have you keep... Let's have you keep the peace and keep folks healthy. That sounds ideal.
Embrace your fallen fate.
I love when defenders get a critical animation. It looks like they're taking their sword to wind up to, like, hit a home run almost. Like, they're just gearing up for, like, one really crisp thwack. Yeah, just like that. Arima, you could... Actually, Garrick, can you do anything? Yeah, you can. You can, actually. I'm trying not to rely on, like, specific characters too much. Like, I'm trying to share the EXP gains. I think I've also decided it too, even for characters that I'm not using at present, Brooke, what I plan to do is there's one chapter specifically that I'm going to make 2 saves for, one is going to be like our main playthrough, and the other is just going to be like an experiment on my part. I'm gonna try to at least power level everyone to just before their promotion for characters I haven't already promoted within like the stream that I'm gonna do. So come next stream after that chapter, everyone will be around level 29, and that'll be the point to where I can push for a promotion of each character, analyze everyone's like boons and banes, and then essentially craft like the best end game team that I can hope for. Alright, you're gonna go here.
How can I assist?
Gonna keep you healthy. Monroe should have no trouble dispatching him.
Effort duly rewarded.
Vesta, your defense stat is insane. We'll just keep everyone here.
Benji's always ready.
Benji, you've done solid work. I think that I can leave you to rest this chapter. Fireball! God, everyone just wants a piece of Sloane. Silly, silly, silly fools.
It's a shame. You're so cute.
Very nice. Ooh, the fireball crit animation is really nice.
It's all falling into place.
Sloane, I'm gonna reward you with a nice defense boosted item later down the line. I think you're more than deserving of one. Whoa, mama. Sloane is hot. Oh yeah, just you wait, Moon. There is summer wear, like swimsuit DLC for this game. It's the only DLC this game got, but I plan before the final battle, once we have like the entire roster, I'm gonna do a stream where I just showcase all of their swimsuits. But yeah, if I remember correctly, Sloane's is very nice. It's very regal to go with her character, but I'm pretty sure she has like a You ever see like dresses where they have like a little like diamond either cut out like right below the cleavage or like exposing the belly button? I think she has one similar to that, and I think it's pretty fitting for her, honestly. They absolutely cooked with the swimsuit designs, even just like the base character designs. They're really well done, but I just love the creativity. I will say, nothing I love more than like having a character just in their generic costume and then giving them alternate costumes where it's either 1, casual like street clothes, or 2, swimsuit wear. And 3rd would be like regal like ball gown attire, I guess. Like dresses and suits. I think those 3 you can really like let your creativity run in terms of how you want like a character to look in those sorts of styles.
Here. If I must.
What I mean by that is like if we take Delicious in Dungeon, they're never going to be in casual streetwear or like Demon Slayer. Naja Fishlong, what is that? +2 dex. Nice. Oh, you have ranged magic. That's annoying.
How can I assist?
Like I was saying, with Delicious in Dungeon, you're never going to see those characters in casual wear, unless, of course, you see, like, fan art of them. And I think there's plenty of room for creativity to see, like, how you would imagine certain characters in street clothes
With every shot,
coming
progress.
strictly from a fantasy setting. Just like I admit, I'll do that. I can only write about that because I am by no means an artist. but I do love like visualizing. Okay, maybe I've seen stuff straight from the creator then, if that's the case, because I've seen a lot of them in street clothes. But like, I'm all for like trying to. You ever see Fallon with the stomach shirt? That's. Is that really? That's funny.
That's new.
I like that. No lie though, I've actually kind of wanted that shirt. I think that's a really simplistic but cool design shirt. Just like the little stomach, like the skeleton, just like, oh yeah, this is my life. I think it's kind of funny. Who can we give the kill to? Probably not Marin. But I could just as easily do that for Garrick. FR.
Proudly meeting expectations.
No cap indeed. Come on, Marin. Very good, Marin.
Barbaric. Not effective.
Oh well.
Oh, Marin. I swear, sometimes you have the best level up, sometimes I wish you didn't level up. But thankfully, I've kept all of my healers pretty even, because I think... Yeah, I'm pretty sure you were all like level 19 when we started, so you've been doing pretty well for yourselves. We got some magic users. 19 on Fort. Your Fort's insane. And we'll have Arima on standby. We're nearly there, folks. Oh god, you run! Oh god! Why is the boss asserting her dominance? And why do you have a male model in your sprite? It doesn't make any sense! Go back from whence you came! You know, that's really weird, because I'm pretty sure Bianca has like a Spearmaster sprite, so there is a I know for a fact there's a female sprite for that class. Why not just give... I don't know. To me, I'm like, oh, it's so easy, but I'm sure from a game design standpoint, it might not be as easy. Open, okay, yep, that opens that. We're also gonna open this. I think Monroe is safe here, but then we'll open that, and then once we snag the idol, we are beelining it straight down. Okay, who wants this kill? Who can I give this kill to? 1% chance to hit! That's funny. That's hilarious, actually. Alright, who wants this? Who wants this? Could just give it to Sloan.
All right.
If I don't give this to Sloan, I'll probably see if Benji can secure it. Alright. The universe wants the himbo to get the experience.
Right away.
I'm just curious. 1%. I'm pretty sure... Actually... Iris, are you worthy? 21%, 15% chance to crit. Are you worthy, Iris? Thought not. Just figured I would try and put the energy out in the universe. Benji, I'm not relying on your hit rate. I'm instead going to rely on your crit rate.
Benji brings the heat!
Attaboy, Benji. Get her out of here.
Oh, my hero.
Okay. Well, that unceremoniously is the boss. So let's clear out the rest of this rabble and then be on our way. I cannot believe how long this chapter took.
It is willed.
Ford, can you do anything without exploding?
I am here.
Do a pretty good, do a decent job. Oh, come on now, come off it. Alright, what's all this then? Even if all three of you have attacked.
Right
Oh yeah.
between the eyes.
Oh yeah, Garrick. 33, 66. 16 additional damage. I was hesitant to make you a drifter because I didn't like that you lost out on range, but these skills complemented him so well, I would say. I'm very happy with this decision. But Garrick, I cannot wait to put a bow back in your hands. Ford cannot kill.
Honored.
But what if Arima do this? He might still kill with Heat Flash. Unless the second one doesn't proc, I can give it to Ford.
You face the Sonori.
Ford's just drunk off his ass. He's like, I could really use some experience here.
Yeah, I better get paid.
Yeah, he wants to get paid so bad. But, no such luck.
Yeah, I better get paid.
Because you can't even kill him. You'd kill on a crit, but... How drunk are you?
Let's raise the stakes.
Alright, buddy, you sobered up for a crit where it mattered. That's our waterlogged sea captain.
Hope you don't mind.
Alrighty, just those three guys and then the central units. Open that. Doing pretty well for ourselves, I'd say. And how are you guys? You are... No defense, high fortitude. So let us... 25... We're gonna throw Helena in here. And then I will keep... you guys behind.
Stay with me.
Together. Hope you don't mind.
Chop chop.
Dole out a little extra experience here and there.
Yeah, I better get paid.
Ford, you will get paid. Trust me. You will get paid in spades. Alright, let's see. Let's see about coasting you guys over here.
Whatever you need.
Oh, no trade. No trade, thank you. Fine, just where I am, thanks.
We can do this.
Yeah,
Like you
we'll do
better
that.
over there.
Okay. Oh, wow. Oh, that was an animation choice. That was so many just layered explosions over one another. Okay. Good work, Kasara. Let's start cleaning up this rabble. Iris, I would really like to see you get a level, but I'm also very scared of you getting hurt. Alright, thank you.
That's new.
I love Iris, she's such a sweet little bean. And she's got that face covering too, which I think is a cool touch for her character model. And the little scars too. I like that she's a little battle damaged.
Right away.
Lincoln? Oh, Lincoln, you can... If your hit rate wasn't so awful. I shouldn't have done that. should have just let Lincoln be a good little healer and do what he does best. But no, I had to hope. I had to dream. And now I have to kill you with Benji.
Smash!
A fate far worse than death. I'm still saying I need fan art of Benji with, like, green
all
Hulk
right.
gloves.
I like you better over there.
I think that'd be very silly.
Here. Get a move on.
Alright, we've opened all the doors, so we're gonna start peeling out here.
Lead the way.
You can deal no damage, that's awesome.
Honored.
How about Arima? Arima, you can deal some damage. We will take some over none.
Even now, the arena is with me.
Very nice. Thwack. I keep saying thwack like I'm playing Dragon Quest or something.
Grown is the shadow cast.
Speed, okay. We will definitely take some speed.
Stay with me.
Her healthy.
Yeah, I better get paid.
I don't think anyone can do anything else.
Chop chop!
No, we're pretty set in all we can do there. You sure you want to do that, bud? No, you're lucky. The murder god Benji is feeling merciful today. Okay, so let us clear this one out, and then we can kind of rush the other two. Okay. Don't do that again, Arima. Thank you. Okay. Don't care. Nice. That's another thing I haven't seen in a minute is Walking Dead, but I keep seeing like audios and stuff of it where it's like
Together.
Negan's like, "Where's Rick?" He's like, "Don't care." Where is he? Oh god, he's gonna crit! Oof. Yeah, I've been meaning to at some point rewatch The Walking Dead, but like it's such like a tremendous undertaking
Wrong place, wrong time.
that I don't know if I could get back to it. I know Gunny's watching, she's been on and off watching it during work. That's probably why I'm interested in it.
Stay with me.
But we're actually like
I'm
really
here.
hooked on this series that came back. It's called From.
Yeah, I better get paid.
It's on. We have it through MGM, but really interesting concept. If you guys haven't heard of it before, it's basically these people are trapped in a town.
Yeah, not too shabby.
You're very defensive, Ford. Right. So people are trapped in a town, and they have no hope of escaping. And any attempt that they try to escape to take the one road out of town, the road always ropes back and leads them back into town. They're essentially trapped. And the pull of it is you can't go out at night because there are creatures that walk around that look human but aren't human. And if you dare open your windows or doors to them in the night, or if you're caught outside, they
Whatever you
essentially will just tear into
All
you
yours.
and eat your organs and leave you for dead. So pretty spooky, scary stuff. You'd think people would want to remain
Good
inside,
drive around.
but considering how things go and how people operate in spooky,
Oh,
scary
alright.
situations, they yeah, nowhere not human show. Yeah, basically, yeah. But yeah, they
Right away.
it doesn't wind up working out well for them, let's just say that. but it's in its 4th season. What has me so mesmerized with the show is there aren't really established rules, which makes it so interesting. Like, anything could happen, and in my brain I'm like, this is crazy. But the show operates on such levels of you're along for the ride, so you might as well try to rationalize as best you can, or just sit back and see where this goes. And so far, like, I've been sitting back, I've been waiting to see where it goes. I feel like every time we watch an episode, Gunny is taking to the internet to look at episode breakdowns. More recently, I'm latching onto this theory about a character where, I'm not going to provide any spoilers, but
is its own reward.
there's a character clothed entirely in yellow, and they are identified as like a person wearing yellow. So my mind immediately goes to, I think it's, did Lovecraft write The Man in Yellow, or is it just H.P. Lovecraft elements to it? I don't know off the top of my head personally. But like, I like to think that King in Yellow? Yes. Okay. I was right then. But yeah, I'm latching on to the King in Yellow pertaining to this character because of just how crazy I think this character's gonna mix things up, and just his introduction is just inviting all of this chaos, and I'm kind of here for it to see what exactly comes of it.
All yours.
Can any of us hit that guy? I don't think we can.
Here.
Too bad Monroe's too far away. But yeah, so the show is called From. It comes out every Sunday, and anytime that it
Honored.
airs, it's all the two of us think about, and we're just like, alright, we gotta see the new episode, we gotta see what's gonna happen, and we gotta hold out that we get some answers. But typically, to the show's credit, whenever one question gets answered, you get 10 more questions, and you're like, you're never satisfied with what is given to you in the end. But I think that's kind of the appeal of it. It's what keeps you going.
This should be fun.
Chop chop!
Proudly meeting expectations.
Very nice, very nice. That also reminds me, every Monday, new episodes of Witch Hat Atelier come out, and I am absolutely enthralled with the world building in that show. Not only the world building, but the animation. Because the animation quality... Oh my god, if you have not started watching it, even as early as episode 1, but like more recently episode 5, absolute cinema in terms of what it can provide. And I am all here for it to see where it will go in the future. Like, it's up there with Delicious in Dungeon, Frieren, like top fantasy anime out there currently.
Such an easy target.
Yeah, good crit, Caius. No damage crit. We love to see it. I just got 2 more enemies to pick off. Hopefully Benji can... Thank you, Benji! Oh, and we got a non-crit Kasara's Blaze proc. Pretty cool, pretty cool.
My shield is yours.
If I must.
If I really have to bring Monroe all the way over here, I will. I will happily do it if it means progress.
It will be done.
Together.
Let go of all fear.
Let's just try to get as
This
many
should be
people
fun.
over as we can
Chop,
for
chop.
now.
Very well.
Yeah, I better get paid.
I'm not sure if either like any of you guys in chat are aware of this either, but if any of you have
On the
heard
move.
of Sucker for Love, Does Chapter 2 of Sucker for Love draw inspiration from The King in Yellow?
Benji brings the heat.
Because I feel like there's a lot of similarities between the two, and I wasn't sure if that was like the game dev's inspiration or what they were drawing from it, but that's another game I'd kind of like to play.
Benji's way.
Maybe it'll... Never heard of it? Oh. So let me paint you a picture. It is a game, and the entire premise about it is you are
Right away.
trying to... Yeah, it's very goofy. You are trying to smooch,
By your grace,
essentially,
friend.
eldritch horror beings. Like, your first date with a girl is
Whatever you need.
essentially Cthulhu, and then the second date is with a woman who basically she's trying to enact a play, but when the play concludes, then I think like the world ceases to be. So
Here to help.
yeah,
Benji's
my memory's a bit
always ready.
phasey. I've only seen like a playthrough of it like so long
Out
ago,
of Benji's
but it's
way.
very goofy because like you're just like this guy who's down on his luck trying to enact like these different rituals that might horribly disfigure you or change the very fabric of reality, but you're doing it just for the sake of getting a smooch from like an eldritch hottie, and I'm like, hey, game recognizes
Let's get
game,
going.
man. it's
Right
very
away.
silly. And the second game's pretty good too. A bit different and dynamic because the protagonist
How
is
can I
not
help? Stay with
a
me.
loser virgin man. It's actually like a young
My hard
lady
work
on
is
a
paying off.
journey to try to get back home. But I will say this, I love the art. The art direction is amazing. The story is good. The characters are fun and quirky. I love there's a way of IDing a character as like an eldritch being because they're apparently
It's all
in the
falling
game
into
universe,
place.
they're very good at tongue twisters. So the main character's like, alright, then how do you say this? And he holds up barbecue sauce and she, like, deadpan just goes, Worcestershire sauce? And he's like, I see. Then you must be a demon from the Shadow Realm. And then he later uses it to ID someone who's like masquerading as a human. He's just like, haha, only demons can do this. And she's just like, oh poo, how did you see through my elaborate disguise? It's so funny. Wash your sister, Shosh? Okay, are we ready? Yeah, I
How
think we're
can I
ready.
help?
Let's heal Lincoln a little bit, but we're gonna grab the idol now. New objective. The temple is filling with poisonous gas. Escape or die. So these red spaces are now slowly going to start billowing downward. And if you're in any of those spaces when your turn ends, you take 10 HP of damage. When I first played this, I rushed to get the idol, and I didn't click on any of these to open this channel straight down. I didn't lose anyone, but it was an absolute rat race trying to run one of my units
Right
straight
away.
down just to escape the
It
gas.
will be done.
So if you noticed me preemptively like sending some of my horseback units straight down,
I like you
there
better
was
over
a
there.
perfectly legitimate reason for that.
Get a move on.
Because now all my slower characters are probably
Thought
going to
you'd
be
never ask.
left in the dust, but luckily. Oh wait! Oh yeah! I forgot. I forgot about reinforcements. Oh god. Oh boy.
All yours.
I completely forgot that we had reinforcements. That's a lot. Maybe I can funnel them one way and just send maybe Benji or someone down the other. That would be ideal. Let's
Hope you don't mind.
try to
Chop chop.
hasten Benji to get down there quickly.
Benji's always ready.
We're gonna try to push them to the right. I'll send maybe Vesta and Caius down the left just to get us down somehow.
I like you better over there.
Yeah, I better get paid.
Lead the way.
Okay.
Get a move on.
Yeah, this is now just
Be swift.
race to just get everyone down here.
How can I help?
It's so ridiculous. And I love that they just spring this on you
Very
like
well.
Indiana Jones style. It's like, alright, cool, you got the idol? Now run. Run as if your life depended on it. Which it does. Alright, here they come. Let's see you. Yeah, if I put you here. Alright, everyone get Benji! Now let me put on... Whoop, not zoom in. Let me put the danger tiles on.
My shield is yours.
And
My
this
shield
unfortunately is
yours.
not like Fire Emblem or modern day Pokemon games where it's like, oh, if you get poisoned, you're left alive with 1 HP and you can keep moving. If any one person's HP ticks down to 0, they die. And we do not want that. That is the last thing we want for anyone here.
Here. Get a move on.
At least my high HP users are in the back, so they can take some tick damage. Watch where you're swinging that around Benji.
Please clap.
Very nice, Benji. Our guy is 2 levels away from his tier 3 promotion. Okay, so... Why is it saying... Trying to see where's the safest. Yeah, there he's safe. Let me see if I can't drag them further this way. Yeah, that's sending the majority of them after Benji, so we'll take that. Do I also want to risk putting anyone else in range of that?
I like you better over there.
It is willed.
Maybe I'll just put Helena there, because she's pretty defensive.
Awaiting orders.
If I must.
I'm more or less just looking for an opportunity
don't
to
mind.
send Caius to the exit. That's my main goal right
I
now.
was beginning to worry.
How can I assist?
Whatever you need.
Alright, let's see where this gets us. Oh, they doubled Garrick.
Out of Benji's way!
Come on, Benji, tear him a new one. They also double Helena. Ooh, and a crit. Oh my god. They couldn't just make the escape easy, they had to send, like, moderate damage, high speed enemies for you to take out.
On the move.
Alright, everyone hold out. I've probably got 2 more turns. Ugh. If that's the case, we might want to... Well, no, we can't back up necessarily.
I am here.
If I must.
Our mages are not safe.
Here to help.
You are definitely not safe. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. That's okay, that's okay. Let's put...
I'll take point.
Lead the way. Stay with me.
Heal... Sloan there.
When you're ready, follow me.
Let's see which one doesn't. Nothing to double you. Well, nothing doubles you, but that's Flame Snap is your best bet for dodge. Ooh. And we'll just put Garrick here. Benji, you're fine. Actually, we're gonna do this.
Benji brings the heat.
Just to get rid of this guy. One experience. Fantastic.
Weakness has consequences.
I think we're at a point. Yeah, we should be at a point where we survive. I really just need RNG to be on my side for this turn and the next.
Sorry in advance.
Alright, that should be a kill for Garrick. Oh, just barely. Oh. Okay, let's go for Benji. Okay, we got this.
Out of Benji's way.
Attaboy, Benj. Yep, break off.
Out of Benji's way.
Break off and just hit Benji. That's what we need right now. Perfect. Okay, the poison's at least, thankfully, the poison ticks down for enemies too. Right, next turn, Caius is going to give us the win, so we just have to survive.
Whatever you need.
You can even give a kill to Iris. And a level.
I know I can be strong.
I need to make sure.
I will not yield!
Alright. Good work, Irving. How are we sitting, Irving? We're at 26.
My sword grows lighter with every swing.
And he's hit 101 health. Very nice. Who else can we feed a couple of kills to? We could probably gang up on this guy. Nice. Oh, it would be a miracle if she hits this. Do you believe in magic? I do.
Grow is the shadow cast.
Her fortitude is so high. This is... if she had a little bit more speed, absolute god tier unit. But like, I will not complain. She's doing really well for herself. Oh, Ford. She's doing well for herself, unlike some other characters. Ford, you sober up when I need you to, and then you're just right back to drinking yourself into the table. She's like the demo man from Team Fortress. Ooh, Garrick, you need some healing.
Rally to me.
That's you. Garrick, can you get the kill? No, of course not. Why? Why not? That's fine. Let's just end turn and we'll call it a draw. Okay. It took all of 30 turns. 1, 2, see if I can't give this one to Iris too. Nice.
Do you expect me to thank you?
I will.
Let's
You
get
did a
going.
good job. Alright, let's get out of here. Good gravy, that was a long chapter.
Come on, who's surprised?
Not in the slightest, Benji. I think you've just been our MVP every chapter since we've gotten you, which is just fitting for a man of your stature. Human jungle air was never such a relief. What on terror was that stuff? Some kind of noxious gas, that much is clear. That stone was never meant to leave this place. Not without a fight, anyway. Speaking of the stone, let me have a look. Doesn't look like much of a compass. Yes, it holds the power to lead us to the temple of Koel Sumash. How does it work? It lightly warms or brightens as we near our destination. Something of that sort. Why don't you just try moving about with it? Go quicker, Monroe! Left! Left! Try jumping! Oh, no luck. At least it's good exercise. This is ridiculous. I can't get it to do anything. What are we doing? What are we doing here in the heart of this stinking jungle, an ocean away from the war that ravages our continent? We'd best return and leave this all behind us. I'm not going anywhere until we figure out how to use this. Stop. If we fight amongst ourselves, we only aid the necromancer. Remember what brought us here. Unless we stop those who would misuse the aspects, not one of us is safe. If the aspects fall into the wrong hands, no one in all of Terrazel is safe. That's right, Garrick. I didn't say that. No, but if you had, I would consider you wise. Where's that coming from? The stone. Yes, the stone speaks. Or the compass, is it? Tell us, by what name should we know you? First, answer me this. Who sent you to me? The Order of Eternals. What proof have you of this? I serve as their ambassador, for the moment. The priestess and I, we carry their seal. Indeed you do? Well, then you may call me Guide, as it seems that is the part I have to play in your story. Speak then, Guide. Where will we find the Trial of the Soul, the Temple of Koeli Sumash? Return to the eastern shores of this land. The trial you seek can only be reached by the sea. You will need to find a ship. Finally! I think I'm starting to like this guide. And what then? Ah, such impatience. What use would you have of that knowledge now? Besides, I am wary. All that excitement in the temple was rather draining. Yes, I think I shall rest. When will you speak to us again? When it is needed. Now, make haste. This necromancer you fear sounds quite close to accomplishing his goal. Well, we have what we came here for, at least for now. We should return to Isen's Hope. Very well. We can skirt the southern edge of the Weald. It's safer that way. Then let's gather our things and be off. Irving, just remember what your father said. We aren't to... I know. Like a snake in a wicker basket. Right. Koeli Sumash. In the Temple of Helric, they find a group of cultists led by a strange reanimated warrior named Now. They steal the relic and make their escape, finding out shortly after that the stone they've stolen speaks. It instructs them that they must return to their ship and depart, as the Trial of Soul is somewhere in the ocean. They make the journey, careful to be wary of the stone, as Alistair had warned. Now setting sail, they are given direction by the stone, who holds their lives in its confidence. Assuming Ford doesn't shipwreck them along the way, they are headed to deep waters. I swear Ford's been drinking again. Well, now that we've done absolutely everything possible without further instruction, I was wondering if you've received any more wisdom from your magic rock.
Not quite.
Not a word.
Pointless.
Fantastic. It's more than likely we're meant to be on the other side of the continent, when instead we've been off on this wild cockatrice chase. I think I'm starting to see why your father warned us about this guide. Ah, such doubt, when I've done nothing but assist you. And no, you haven't done everything possible. As far as I can tell, we're still anchored. How does it know that? At any rate, I think we should benefit from more instruction right about now. As you wish. Your destination lies in the heart of the shimmering mists.
Whoa there!
the Shimmering Mists.
Your friend is quite attentive.
What?
Ford, do you know this place?
I've known a few captains who set out for it, but not any I've ever seen again. I'd always thought they'd gone a little sea crazy. Those poor crews.
Then it's dangerous.
I've only heard stories, but I'd say so from the sound of them. High winds, low visibility, sharp volcanic rocks. Not much reason to go there in the first place.
I don't know.
I don't know, Irving. It sounds like a trap. Please, what good would it do me to sink to the bottom of the ocean for the rest of eternity? You seemed happy enough to sit in that temple for God knows how long. Happy may not be the most accurate description. I know it sounds frightening, but we've been through worse. Besides, what choice do we have? I'd gladly hear out any alternative.
That's it.
Then we sail for the Shimmering Mists. Ford, would you know how to take us there if you wanted to?
I know the general direction. It's somewhere southeast of here. We might be able to see the mists a way out.
I'll not have you scouring the seas for low-flying clouds. As soon as the stars appear in the night sky, you will set sail and follow the constellation of the Slain Basilisk. If you stay the course, you will arrive at the mists in 3 days' time. Once we enter it, I will lead you to the temple, but it will be imperative you do exactly as I say. Very well. Are we provisioned for the journey?
Assuming shipwreck's not in the cards, we should have plenty to get up to Etlin.
Pace yourself.
Good. Once the sun sets behind Varroa, we'll raise the anchor. In the meanwhile, we'll take some time to rest and prepare. Only the gods know what lies ahead. I'll bet that damn rock does too. Shoo! Alright. I did not expect that to run for as long as it did. But we certainly got... Yeah, no, I feel like most everyone was starting at like level 20 when we started that chapter, but we got quite a few people some really solid experience. Brooke, I'm so sorry. Someone had gotten a stat booster item. Yeah, the fish log. Convoy, let's put that in. I think we're doing pretty good, all things considered. And we haven't gotten any new aspects to throw onto anyone, so I'd say we're doing pretty solid there too. Dodging heals. Oh, that's just. Oh, jar of milk. Did I meant to? No, I didn't mean to give that to Ford. The jar of milk that is actually going to Sloane. Because I told her that she deserves a defense boost, so we'll give that to her next chapter. We got plenty of bonds to go through. Whoop. Yeah, it was enter. So we'll run through these bonds real quick. And then, unfortunately, actually, I was going to say I'm going to end off the chapter, but I think I want to double check something real quick. We might do the next chapter, because I believe there's a way to get through it quickly. There's a bit of an exploit if the chapter coming up is the one I think it is. But if that's not the case, then we'll probably have to hold off and save it for next time. Everyone wants to speak with everyone. I'm surprising because some of these people didn't even deploy together. They just happened to... Well, actually, no. I did read that somewhere where there are certain interactions that occur even if the characters didn't fight on the battlefield together. It's just story scripted. Alright, that seems to be all of them. It's chapter 15. Let me just do a quick sneak peek ahead. Ooh, this might be the chapter I'm thinking of. Hold on. I'm gonna jump into it, see how it looks, and then I may potentially battle save. So that we'll jump right into the battle next stream. Well, let's press onward.
Great waves, that was a close call. Too close. Old Humpback's not cut out for this. I thought our guide was supposed to be helpful.
I'll admit I may have miscalculated my estimation of the competence of our captain.
There we go. Thank you. Now wait a minute.
Hold on, I see something. Up ahead. That must be it. Stop the ship.
Lower the sails.
Aye aye, Captain. I've always wanted to say that.
Look at that thing. It's massive.
Is this the temple we seek? Yes. You do well to drop anchor here before the ship gets too close.
I'll drop my anchor where I please, thank you very much. Drop the anchor, quickly!
If this is it, what now? I have brought you here, have I not? I cannot take the trial for you. So the trial's already begun? Can you tell me nothing of it? Since you insist, I will share with you only what was once shared with me. The trial of the soul is comprised of 3 parts, a test of mind, body, and spirit. The test of body is a fight unlike anything you have yet experienced. The only enemies you will face are the ones you take with you.
What?
The enemies we take with us. I have said what I will.
Well, no point in stopping now, Irving. Come on, let's hop in the dinghies and have a look.
I've been around the whole perimeter. Not so much as a crevice, let alone any kind of entrance. Strange. Benji, any luck with your, strategy?
Smash!
No matter how hard I smash, these walls won't budge.
I'll take that as a hard no. It's writing.
Huh?
There.
The holes in the walls. If you connect them, they form letters.
How do you figure that one?
The walls of our monastery had similar markings.
Brilliant.
Yes, she's right. They do form letters. Characters in pre-Calamity Elvish, to be precise. Sun Elvish, probably. Actually, the elves shared a common language before the Calamity, though it's hard to imagine now. It's quite different from our own tongue, but I should be able to translate. Just a moment. Boy, am I lucky you guys are here, because I never would have figured that out. I think it's a riddle of some kind. What does it say? Power is as seed. To yield a fruitful harvest must be... Then it trails off. There's no punctuation, so the latter part must be missing.
You go ahead and analyze that punctuation, Corvin. Let the real brains in the group think about solutions.
Presumably it rhymes in its completed form. In ancient Elvish, of course. I can translate different words to see if the ending letters match. As seed. Planted. Watered? Far too simple. Perhaps soaked or germinated. No, I don't think any of those words would have sounded similar. Well, let's think. What's on a farm? A shovel? Cows? Farmers? A field? This just sounds like a regular, like, party D&D interaction of, like, oh, what's the riddle? How do we solve this? And literally, DM just pulled it from, like, a first grade, like, children's riddle book. Genius.
You're really something.
There are farmers on a farm. Yeah, a truly remarkable insight, Sophia. Thanks! A field. The letters at the end match exactly with the word for harvest, though another should have come before it. Huh, not bad. Sown a field. Thrown a field? What do we have you scholar types here for anyway? Go on, do your thing. No, those words are far too short. It wouldn't fit the meter.
Done well.
Scattered. Scattered a field. Let me see. Why? Yes, the meter fits perfectly. That's it. So now what? Do we say it? Well, I've never actually tried to speak the language. Come to think of it, I don't think I've ever even heard anyone speak it. I wouldn't know where to begin. Irving, take me closer to the walls. All right. Galara Uhatar. This is the chapter I thought it was. The only enemies are the ones you bring with you. This your idea of a joke? I don't think I like how I'm looking at me. You think we can make friends with them? I think that's the last thing they want. Worth a shot, though. We don't want to fight. You need not express your want in this place. We have read your soul. You must fight, and so you will. Can't say that isn't creepy. There is no reason to delay. Time is not on your side. This much weighs heavily on your souls. Right. Looks like we have no choice. Leave it to you to keep pushing forward even in ghost form. Garrick, son of Galen, you are stronger than you allow yourself to know. Marin, the voice of comfort, in all of your efforts you have always been enough. Alden, a hero before your time, you need not try to measure up, for you already do. Irving, bound by blood, your conviction will hold you steady when you fear to break. Such resolve has not touched this place in millennium. The challenge is cast. Onwards, to your fate. Okay, now let's see if I remember how this chapter works, because if it works the way I think it does, I can probably do it very quickly. Well, first, I'm just, for the safety's sake, I'm going to save. I'm only going to deploy Benji. I don't know if this is going to work, but we're going to try. It is a single shadow of Benji. Okay. Yeah, so this is one way of cheesing the chapter. You literally just deploy one unit, and you try to beat them on your own terms. He does have the increased crit rate, unfortunately.
Out of Benji's way!
But my Benji's built different.
Okay. Do I do enough to do him in? I do.
Benji brings the heat!
And that is a chapter clear.
Come on, who's surprised?
In record time, might I add. Oh wow, this battlefield looks much more involved. Well, that was unexpected. Oh, that's what I'm saying, Monroe. It took him 2 hours to finish one chapter, and all of 2 minutes to beat the second chapter. Amazing. Perhaps it should not have been. I understand the warning now. A lot of good that does us. Regardless, we did it. Now, I'm no arithmetician, but 2 parts down means there's 1 more to go. And I doubt this giant door is here by accident. Let's check it out. Wait, what is it? Only one should enter the inner sanctum, alone. With myself, of course. The trial was originally designed to be faced one at a time.
I mean, I think we pretty much solved that by deploying one Benji against the world.
And who do you propose that should be? That is not for me to decide.
Aww.
I don't like the idea of splitting up. Well, if we have to, we should call a vote to decide who goes. Irving, I don't think we need to call a vote. Very well. Then it should be Vesta, or Maev. Your organizations know more of these affairs than the rest of us combined. I'm not so sure that's true, Irving. And even if it were, I'm not sure that would help. Alright, then who else? I think most of us feel it should be you.
I think that should be obvious, but main character here is like, duh, me? I'm not worthy.
I'm not sure that makes sense. One roundabout way or another, all of us ended up together because of you. Besides, it was your father's idea to send us here. His faith in you is what convinced him to continue to trust us with the aspects in the first place.
It seems to me you give us our best chance.
Does anyone object?
No, go through the door, main character.
Well, what do you know?
There's your vote. It seems your friends have made their choice, Irving. Alright, so they have. Wish me luck. You won't need it. A bright flame illumines the walls of the sanctum. It has lain in darkness for many years. To see these walls again stirs something in me. Silence, anchored one. I know why you have come. It is not you with whom I wish to speak. Tell me, Bright Flame, what brings you to this place? Who asks this? A guest enters my home and asks that I make an account of myself. I am Coeli Sumash, once revered in this place, where now my Terrazellan aspect rests. The god of the soul. I see you are acquainted with my domain. Now I would ask to know more of you. Forgive my brashness, mighty Coel Sumash. My name is Irving. It is pleasant to know what you are called, but the soul speaks more of a man than his name. That may be. I was sent here on behalf of the Order of Eternals. We hope to protect the aspects from one who would use them for ill. Yes, such faith the Order has in its cause and its agents. I hope it is not misplaced. As do I. I was informed that if I pass your trial, I might receive something that would aid our quest. Supplies, or perhaps a weapons. Perhaps a weapons of some kind. Indeed you might. Tell me, who are these who stand so nervously beyond the threshold? They are soldiers, I suppose. Great fighters from many corners of Terra. Foiling the plot of this nefarious aspect thief has become our only common purpose. I see. They are each of them quite powerful.
Yes.
It's true. Each brings something unique to the world. What if you learned that I could grant all of these powers to you? I'm afraid I don't understand what you mean. No longer would the mighty Irving, heir of House Sildarin, fight to win the approval of his own troops, coordinate their movements, or inspire them to courage. His will would be indomitable, subsumed by all who looked upon him with admiration in their hearts. At what cost? What you ask is wise. A fine boon comes at a fine price. Such a transference of power would cost them their mortal souls. I wouldn't think of it. And if it was the only way to prevent the disaster you fear?
Still.
I couldn't. Besides, I don't see how that would be the case. They've become so much of why I want to stop this necromancer in the first place. They're my friends. Why, you should have said so. You called them soldiers, if you remember. Perhaps I was wrong too. To err is mortal, but to acknowledge this and grow, that is divine. These friends of yours, how do you lead them? By love, fear, the promise of gold? Trust, I think. Though if I'm being honest, I'm not sure I understand it. Their loyalty humbles you. I guess I'm just not as convinced as they are that I know what's right, or that I always will. They need not believe you are right, nor need you be right. Your thoughts search for justice, as one I have seen before. But justice does not reside in the mind. A sandglass may tell the time, but not the weather. Be that as it may, I fear our time is in short supply. Ah, but you have yet to present me your gift. Gift? Yes, the stone which has guided you to me. It has traveled many leagues and years to come to rest in this place. Set it on my altar. You have my thanks, Bright Flame. We got more aspects! Let's go! Sorry, I was in voice acting mode. I didn't see you come in with that holy heroin SpongeBob. I don't know where your brain comes up with this, my friend, but all the more power to you for coming up with these creative little quips of yours. The members of your order who entrusted these to me have passed from this world long ago. Now it seems they are safest and most useful with you. But what of the third trial? I was told there would be 3. All 3 trials you have passed, Bright Flame, and with a sincerity such as I have never seen. You make more than an entrance, my friend. You make an impact. A grand showing of sorts. Which is why I entrust you too with my own aspect. Now go, and leave me with this troubled one. there are stirrings in Astralis I could use his bleak thoughts on. At last, Irving, these aspects may aid you, but they cannot save you or your friends. Only you can do that. Such wisdom, and how many empires rose and fell while you thought up these words. I've discovered much in my solitude, Coeli. Then we have much to discuss. Farewell, bright flame, and take courage in your quest. Continue your search for righteousness as if Terrazel itself depended on it. Perhaps it does. Yes, perhaps it does. Well, that was certainly vague. Conversing with a god. I can hardly believe it. This is the stuff of fairy legends.
Take heart.
Well, I believe what I see, and I'm looking at more aspects than I ever knew existed in one place.
Definitely.
Epic. Hello, Faust. I forgot you just show up. Dude literally just spawns in like, hello. It's gonna take some time to figure out what each of these are capable of.
Sure thing.
Well, we've got no shortage of that. It'll be a while before we make landfall on Etlin. And that's assuming we can get out of these mists without our guide.
Did you really have to leave it behind?
Yes.
It seemed Coeli Sumash had some purpose for it. What that might be, I couldn't say.
Also, what's crazy? His hair was singed in the cutscene, in both of those still frame cutscenes, but it's back to being red. The game files just don't want to correct this wrong.
Uh-huh.
Honestly, I can't say I'm too mad about it. That guy was making me nervous anyway.
I think I might have to agree.
Wait a minute, how did you get here? On the ship? And just how exactly did you just sneak onto my ship? In one of your barrels? You don't exactly have the strictest security detail. You free-riding rat! I should have you thrown overboard.
Jeez.
Okay, Captain Tough. Maybe if you actually shipped any goods, I wouldn't have had so much free real estate to choose from.
Look, kid.
Why, you little...
I think maybe we should leave these two to settle this themselves.
Oh, I'm so happy. I love Faust.
Hey, good to be out of the mists, isn't it? Definitely. The clear skies seem to have poured on the mum a little bit, which I think everyone is appreciating. How are you holding up?
Well enough, all things considered.
That's good to hear. You've been through a lot these past few weeks. More than I signed up for when I enrolled at the academy, that's for sure. Oh, well, that's always how it is, isn't it?
What?
How do you mean? It was never like that before. No, but in all the stories we ever heard growing up, a good hero always gets more than he bargains for. I guess. But in stories, you always know the hero can handle it.
Hardly.
Not necessarily. Didn't you ever study the great Sun Elf tragedies at the academy? So my story is a tragedy. That's reassuring. No. Life is different, of course. More like being the author and the main character at the same time. I hardly feel that in control of anything. Fine, maybe it's more like being one of several authors. Do you think he knows we're coming? The necromancer? Whoever that was on the battlefield. I think he expects to see you again, and I think he'll be better prepared.
No kidding.
I think so too. In fact, I'm sure of it. Though I can't quite explain why. Well then, the only thing to do is be more prepared for him than he is of us. Your father would be proud. I am flattered to hear those words from your mouth. That's probably as close to his approval as I'll ever get. That's not true and you know it. Perhaps. It seems we could both benefit from giving ourselves a little more credit for our accomplishments. Perhaps. Well, I think I'm going to turn in. Ford needs me on deck bright and early tomorrow. Sounds good. And Garrick, I just want to tell you, I'm really grateful you're still here. After everything.
Huh.
You know, I get these moments sometimes that make me feel like the four of us are right back at the academy. Like nothing has changed. I know what you mean. I wouldn't have it any other way. I wouldn't either. Well, I'll leave you to enjoy the view. Beautiful, isn't it? But don't stare too long. I wouldn't want to wake up and find you'd fallen overboard to be captured by wandering Elithir. Didn't you say you were turning in? Right. I love their banter.
Hey, would you look at that? The priest lady finally looks up from her rocks, taking the sea. You really are the worst, Ford. What are you still around for anyway? Weren't you going to use us to extort your debtors and be off?
Yeah, I better get paid.
Yeah, well, the financing from your beloved order should just about cover things. Besides, I think you guys are starting to like having me around. I wouldn't want to make anybody sad. No, just irritated, apparently. Only you, your holiness. Hey look, dolphins! See how they breach one after another? I read once that this sometimes inspires the sailor stories of sea serpents. Oh, trust me, when you've seen the real thing, you can tell the difference. Well, I've never seen anything like that. They're majestic. Now what is this? That appears to be avian excrement.
Ugh.
Accursed birds. That might be bad news for your robe, but it's good news for us. We can't be too far from shore. How far do you reckon? With winds like this, no, not more than a day. Say, Sarah, you sure your guys will take care of old Humpback? It seems like we might be gone a while. I couldn't live with myself if anything happened to her.
Of course.
Your ship will be safe in Aramore, Ford. You have my word. I just wish Aramore wasn't so far from Kirch. It'll be weeks before we get there. On the bright side, that's less than what we've spent on the ship. It's just traveling on foot like criminals. It's completely different. It is, but this is important. My contact will help us get to the bottom of who's behind all this. I know.
Nothing beats the sea, huh, kid?
We won't be fugitives forever, Alden. Once we've secured the aspects and stopped whatever is afoot, all of Delia will know what we've done. They'll understand. If by they you mean Varric, I hardly think he'd develop a sudden inclination for mercy if he's still king after all of this. We'll see. In the depths of Koel Sumash's temple, Irving meets the god himself. After passing the trial of soul, Koeli Sumash entrusts Irving with the power of a huge trove of aspects. The party departs from the mist safely, headed back to Edlin. After the ardor of their voyage to Varroa, spirits are low. Each knows the difficult journey lay ahead of them. They head for Kirch, where Vesta has an order contact who can set them up and give them the lay of the land. For some inexplicable reason, Faust continues to follow along. I love that there's like no explanation for him joining your party. It's just like, hey, this random dude is here. If you're not gonna do away with him, he's gonna join you. Faust. I love Faust. He comes with chaotic energy, so allies within 2 tiles gain 8% crit. This was the unit that I was specifically holding off to be our Acolyte. It honestly suits him very well. So he'll get healed for 20% of damage done, which is similar to Sloane's ability, and Unholy Furor. Healing increases the crit of your next attack by 6, stacking up to 4 times. So he not only aids allies in getting critical hits, he can also help himself to be crit build. He'll mostly be a magic speed tank with high dex. Yeah, he is as glass cannon as they come, but he is a speedster. So keep him out of harm's way, and he should serve you well. The prodigal priestess returns. It's good to see you, Vesta. And you, Irene, though I wish the circumstances were different.
Wow.
Comes with the territory. Tavern Chatter says you and your friends have set off across the sea. Never to return, I would hope. Depends on who you ask. Would you mind introducing yourselves? I feel like a rat in a stream house right now. I am Irving Sildarin of Brookstead.
Very well.
Maeve Leveron, Grand Inquisitor for the Mystic Council of the Expanse. Lincoln Voldosov, former captain in the Delian army. Sarah Rohan, third in line for the Aramoran throne.
Wait.
So let me get this straight. The grandson of the Order of Grandmasters, right hand of Delia's former commander, the likely future queen of Aramore, and the Mystic Counselor's favorite Inquisitor. That about cover it?
That's correct.
Favorite is a stretch, but you're correct for the most part. I was hoping you could catch us up on what we've missed in our absence. You might as well get comfortable then. I've been doing my best to track the one you had warned me about before your departure. The Necromancer?
Hard to be sure.
Well, him too. Turns out there are a lot of shadowy figures traipsing about Delia, causing havoc these days. The strangest thing is that everything worth tracking seems to operate out of Sojourn, which to me means one of three things. Either Varric's spies haven't noticed, haven't been able to stop it, or have been told not to stop it. I know Varric. If he caught wind of an unchecked conspiracy, he'd be tearing the country apart piece by piece to root it up. Well, he is. I'm just not sure the two are related. What do you mean? He's been accelerating timelines and work schedules for every construction project in Delia, most notably the aqueducts. He's destroyed several villages in its path and has conscripted their villagers for indentured labor. That's cruel. The purpose of a king is to protect his people, not use them to advance his own glory. You've met the man, Irving. He's not who he once was. Please continue, Irene. Thousands of others who feel as Irving does have been imprisoned or indentured. They're reopening rural prisons that haven't been touched in decades. It's worse than we thought, especially for the common folk. It seems no one is safe from Varric's wrath. That much is certain. This entire country is at its tipping point. I wish I had more information for you, but I can't find so much as a word on the Necromancer. What of the other sorcerer, the one that wiped out the armies at Swift Harbor? Every scrap of intel on that day points back your group. Were you not responsible?
Troubling.
No, we were not. It's quite troubling. We're back to square one then. What news of the war? Stalled for the moment. Neither king seems in any particular hurry to lose the other half of their army. I never imagined it would come to this, but King Varric strikes me as the most promising lead at the moment. It's unlike him not to investigate these occurrences. It's possible he's working with the sorcerer, or the necromancer, or worse, both. What about this prodigy you mentioned back in Telebons? Care to elaborate?
I think not.
I wouldn't know how to, and I certainly wouldn't be authorized to if I did. It's not important, Lincoln. Not right now. We're going to have to go through Varric to get whoever's behind this either way. We might as well make our peace with that. Irving is right. Irving is right. Right now that whatever Maev knows about this prodigy, that's a weird sentence, doesn't matter until we're ready for it. How do we get started? First things first, we'll need a base of operations. We can sort out the rest from there. Any suggestions? Lincoln? You know better than anyone where Varric's men would be looking for us. I do know one place they dare not go. It's not far from here, actually. You speak of the Marrows? If you know of this place, you know it's best not to discuss it further until we arrive. We'll scare everyone half to death. Unless you have an alternative suggestion. No. You're already scaring me, Lincoln. But it seems like we have little choice. I trust your judgment. Irene, thank you for your diligence. Your service does you great honor. Honor is nice, but it won't put me up at the Platinum Pony.
As you will.
You'll receive your payments from the Order soon enough. In the meantime, leave no stone unturned.
Farewell.
I'll do what I can. Farewell. Hopefully we'll meet again soon. Dang, level 28? And he just completely loaded up on holy water. Okay, that's a lot of Eternal Aspects. We'll be going over those later. And somehow we have bonds even though the last chapter we only deployed Benji. I'm just gonna speed through these real quick. Apologies on it being a bit of a longer stream, but couldn't very well find a good enough stopping point, so ran a bit long. But I would say we made pretty good progress, all things considered. Let's get all that situated. Yeah, I'm glad you all enjoyed it. I'm never one to complain about longer streams either. But I do tend to just keep it to about like a 2-hour minimum, just so that I can have a little bit of my evening to relax and unwind and spend time with Gunny, you know. Well, anyway, I appreciate y'all for sticking around and enjoying my little fixations on all the random topics we discussed today and
me cheesing the game, do not worry. That is not the only time we will be cheesing this game. There's another chapter that we can do a similar Benji strat, but I'm looking forward to it. Yeah. Well, to make a long story short, thank you all for stopping by. Tavern doors always open, and I will see you guys next time. Take care and have a good night. Be good. Bye-bye.